Hey everybody, welcome to Mom Said. My name is Gabe Gibbs.
And you'll never know my name.
Her name is Allie Gibbs. Mom Said is a podcast made by three siblings, but it's not about that.
But it's not about that.
It's often about that. It's almost entirely about that. This episode is pretty much entirely about that. We, as they all are.
Wait, we actually got kind of serious on this episode.
We do get kind of serious on this
We get kind of heartfelt.
Because we're talking about my wife and I are having a baby and how that's sort of changing the shape of all of our lives and that kind of thing.
So if you're in the mood for something a little bit heartfelt,
Just a little bit heartfelt,
then listen to this one. And if you're not in the mood for that, all good. We have like a gajillion other episodes. Listen to those.
Also, the whole rest of the episode is not that. There's just like a little 8-minute chunk, probably 32 minutes in,
where we're being
get
earnest.
A little bit earnest.
Apologies for being earnest, but we hope you enjoy the episode.
Apologies for being earnest.
Bye.
Hit it, Grant.
What's crazy to me about getting tattoos in your 20s is that you're just like, I like this thing. Let's do this. Whatever. Send it. Let's get it. And then it's on your body. I know this is not like a new take, but every once in a while it dawns on me the gravity of the fact that it's on your body forever.
I think that's what I love about tattoos actually, is you're sort of forced to be like, or I mean, unless you get like some ex's name or something, like I'm not talking about that. Yeah. I think there's something wonderful about like a faded thing. I really like it.
That's charming. However, and no offense if you have this tattoo, if I were to have an infinity symbol somewhere on my body right now, even if it was a reflection of who I used to be, I'd be really embarrassed by my infinity sign tattoo.
I'm so sorry to the listener who heard that and their stomach flipped because they have one on their ankle right now. I'm so sorry, Catherine or Stephanie or who else might have it?
Lindsay, girl, no worries.
No offense, Lindsay. We're sorry that you have an infinity tattoo. It's not about that. It's just kind of about the spirit of tattoos that you got in that certain age.
Right. And I'm sure it had some effect on your spirit and heart. The infinity symbol affected me too. At the time we were all using it for some reason. I had a bracelet.
Yo, mustaches on... Like people got like those mustache. Have we talked about that?
Horrible.
I feel like we've talked about this on the podcast.
I have one more tattoo take before we get into that.
Oh yeah.
Unless your tattoo is offensive, you're a if you get your tattoos removed.
Okay.
Right?
The fact, yes, coming in hot.
Unless it's offensive.
No, disagree. Pete Davidson just got all his tattoos removed.
Yeah, and he's a bitch for that.
Stop. He looks hot.
I love Grant taking shots at Pete Davidson.
He looks hot and good.
This is good.
He looks hot and good.
Wait, he got all of his tattoos removed?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
And he did this big reformation.
Wait. How can you say allegedly and then say he looks hot and good?
Because people are...
You've seen it?
The photos I've seen, he looks hot and good. I don't know if he, like, I didn't
count how many were missing.
Watch him take a shower to see. You know what I mean? But he's got no skin.
That would be a vibe, though.
He's got no, Reformation.
Onlyfans.com /
Reformation, if you were really brave with your marketing campaign. No, but he just did a campaign with Reformation where it was like, this is our boyfriend. He loves to shop with us, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's all these photos of him in his underwear, and his skin is nude in the literal sense and in the tattoo sense.
Wow, what an unveiling for him.
Yeah.
And good for Reformation.
And I feel like everyone who saw the campaign was like this. Hell yeah, Pete Davidson. Except Grant, who called him bitch.
Yeah. I believe the words he used were
right.
What he said.
Which is horrendous, and we're gonna have to bleep that out.
Both of those words, please.
Both because of the algorithm and because I disagree with it.
Little
Christians.
Good little churchies. Good little churched kids.
We would
never say those words.
New subject. I think you guys will be proud of me to learn that I tried Top Golf for the first time.
Tell us more. Hit us with the... a real Tigress Woods.
Tigress.
A real Tigress Woods.
I'm going to put Tigress Woods in my Instagram bio so people understand what I'm about.
Do it, you won't.
First of all, I won't. Second of all, I so didn't care about golfing or top golf for so long.
I so didn't care about top golf.
That I've known of the zeitgeist of Topgolf from just hearing people say those words, but I never really looked into what Topgolf actually was. I just assumed it involved golf.
Oh.
And so I click on the address my friend sent me, and I wind up in a Five Guys parking lot. And I'm on the phone with mom, and I'm like, I think I'm at Topgolf, but I don't see it. And she said, then you're not at Topgolf.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, hold on.
Yeah.
I need to drive around this parking lot for a second, but I'm pretty sure I'm here. And she's like, if you don't see it right away, then you're not at
there.
Topgolf.
Yeah,
I was okay.
That's like being
whatever that means.
I'm pretty sure I'm at the Statue of Liberty, but I don't see it.
Literally.
Yeah.
And so I was okay, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mom, what does she know? She's never been to Topgolf by the airport. First of all, I think she has.
She literally has. Yes, yeah, we've gone with her.
Second of all, I was at the wrong place. And I redirected to the right place. And when I pulled up, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so
huge.
American, this thing.
Yes. It is very American.
I was like, oh my, it's like a mega thing, and you walk inside and there's all this merch and like co-branded stuff, and there's elevators.
It does feel like it does feel like it does feel like the same people who invented mega churches took a driving range and they were like,
it's like I walked in a portal to Texas. Like if you had someone visiting from another nation and you want them to know what America feels like, it's Topgolf.
You take them to the Willow Creek of driving ranges. You take them to the
and you're sitting in this booth and they're like, here you wanted to play some golf, but can I interest you in a beer and some mac and cheese balls?
Dude, the food's good, bro.
And I was like, honestly, yeah, let's go for it.
Did you get the injectable donuts?
Okay, so I didn't know about the injectable donuts, and I saw them as I was walking out, and I was like, what in tarnation? We should bring that phrase back. What in tarnation are the injectable donuts at the Topgolf by the airport?
With the syringe, bro. It comes with a syringe.
God save America.
Jelly.
I know there's a lot of things going on right now, but can I just say, the injectable donuts at the Topgolf should have been our first sign that we were headed.
Are the toughest thing going on in this country.
The toughest pill to swallow for sure.
Did you enjoy Topgolf?
Okay, so my ego was bruised a little bit because when the guy was describing the game to all of us, he pulled out a club and he said, "This club is called the Sure Thing."
Oh, this is their new.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
And it's this like big club, and he's like, if you don't play golf, if you don't know what you're doing, that's okay. This club, you can't mess up. And when he was describing it to the group, he was looking at me. And I said, and I'm in a big group of people.
Okay. What was everyone else wearing, and what were you wearing?
I had a golf costume on.
Okay, first of all, golf costume. Second
Everyone
of all,
said you look like a golfer. I said thanks. I had a little golf skirt and a little sweatshirt, and I had my hair up. And he said,
I have my hair up. He looked at the person who was obviously cosplaying as golfer.
Literally,
someone
I was with was like,
help.
Someone I was with was like, oh my God, your outfit's like a little costume. And I was like, thank you for saying that.
Thank you so much.
So he looks at me and he's like, this is the Sure Thing. And I say in front of everyone there and God herself, why did you look at me when you said that? To the guy explaining, who, by the way, he's a man that works at Topgolf. I scared the crap out of him when I said that. He was like, oh no, I was looking at the whole group, he's like,
I just happened to glance your way. Yeah.
He's like, actually, I'm gonna go cut my tongue out. And I was like, dude, I'm kidding. Obviously, look at me when you say that. I obviously don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're doing like Sharpay from High School Musical at the country club.
I pull out my bejeweled golf pencil, those like mini golf. Do you have tiny pencils in real golf?
Yeah.
Really?
Not like personal ones.
Yeah, but they come with little scorecard pencils. What's the something arriving from Paris, blaming arriving from Rome.
From me.
I want what's the chorus of that song?
I want fabulous. That is my simple request.
That was you at Topgolf. That was you at Topgolf. The sliding doors open up and you're like popping off of a golf cart, like walking in.
I say mac and cheese bites imported from Texas.
Yeah, injectables imported from Maine.
From some basement somewhere.
Yeah, literally. Syringes hand me down from the previous client.
So, literally scary. So, they shouldn't call the sure thing the sure thing.
Oh, okay. Can I pause you for 1 second?
It's rude to call it that.
Can I pause you for 1 second? What do you think is happening? Grant's an avid golf guy. He worked at country clubs all through high school and college and stuff. What would they be doing to make a sure thing? Are they giving people? What did it look like?
It
looked like a golf club.
It's a new like thing they're marketing because I think a lot of people go to Topgolf and are really bad at golf, so they're trying to like assure them that there's like
that's smart.
You can do it.
That's smart. Yeah.
It's this like really big driver that has a lot of loft, making it a little bit easier to hit. And there's a lot of offset. Like a lot of people who aren't necessarily as good at golf, you can like. This is getting way too technical.
STEM podcast. It's a STEM podcast.
You can like move the head back so that people don't slice it. It's like the most help you could possibly get in a club. Call it the sure thing.
I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience at Topgolf, but there's some sensor in the ball or in the air or something where the little screen knows where your golf ball went.
Yeah, the ball.
But have you ever shanked it so crazy that it doesn't register the ball and you haven't even used your turn? And have you ever done that 4 times? With the Sure Thing Club.
Yeah, not a sure thing, huh?
Not a sure thing.
Here's my question is, most people get hooked on golf because their first time they hit that one
I did hit a couple of decent shots.
Okay, did you hit one absolute banger?
It's like you chase that high for the rest of your life.
Okay. I guess I didn't feel the high that you're talking about. Because what it got me was like, I'd do that again. I'd go to Topgolf again.
Oh.
I like that there's snacks.
Yeah.
And I like any place with a soft pretzel.
Yeah.
Across the board. If you have a soft pretzel, I'm a fan. Sam's Club, here's looking at you.
But here's the thing, though. A good soft pretzel, because there's a lot of bad soft pretzels.
They had bites with dippable cheese.
Bites? Bite pretzels?
Bites with dippable cheese.
Oh,
bites with dippable cheese. Bites with dippable cheese. Bites with dippable cheese. I should do a Topgolf ad.
Boom! It was very boom. That was your version of boom. Bites with dippable cheese.
Bites with dippable cheese gets 2 big booms from me.
Their tops are made of the rubber. The bottoms are made of the spring. That was the vibe. Do you remember that, Grant?
Fancy.
Fun. It was an old Winnie the Pooh VHS that we used to watch growing up.
It's Tigger's song. The wonderful thing about Tigger's is I'm the only one. I'm the only one.
The wonderful thing about Tigger's is Tigger's are wonderful things. The tops are made of the rubber. The bottoms are made of the springs.
They're bouncy.
You don't remember this?
Fun. Oh, wow.
That's why you're different than us.
Totally.
That's why you're different than us. We grew up on that, and you grew up on Rescue Heroes, Aquatic Rescue Command.
How different do you think Grant's personality would be if he knew that Tigger song with us?
Way different.
Right.
Yeah, if he didn't grow up on Rescue Heroes and he grew up instead on Dan the Donut Man. Do you remember Dan the Donut Man?
I don't think we should talk about Dan.
Okay. Dan the Donut Man is for the listener. We're way off topic on Topgolf, but we'll circle back.
I'll sing you a little excerpt from Dan the Donut Man.
Life without Jesus is like a donut. Like a donut, like a donut. Life without Jesus is like a donut. There's a hole in the middle of your heart. Do you remember that?
Now I remember that VHS.
Yeah, dude.
And there was a donut who talked.
Video like that. Oh my god,
dude,
that's deep in the depths of my brain.
It was this little puppet donut that popped out of a pink donut box.
He was
and would,
actually
talk.
cute. The donut.
The donut was cute.
The man
guy
was horrible.
Was odd.
Yeah.
I'm sure if we Googled him, there'd be some horrendous thing we learned in the early 2010s.
He could be a good man. He could be a good man like Dr. Roger.
Mr. and also Reverend Fred Rogers.
Totally.
But what about the cheeseburger?
Oh yeah, VeggieTales. Oh, VeggieTales, classic. She said to him, "I like a cheeseburger." That whole Dude, I could hit you with all the greatest hits. It would take too long in the episode. We need to circle back to Topgolf.
Point is, I would do Topgolf with you guys, and if you wanted
That's fun to know.
If you wanted to, we could record an episode at Topgolf.
Topgolf, if you're listening. Topgolf is not listening. They would take one look at the demographic of this podcast and they'd be like, no.
Topgolf, sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
Can I say something kind of boring?
We should do this. We should do this podcast in like mechanic shops and Topgolfs.
If we
and
could
like
be a traveling podcast,
monster
that'd be so
truck
fun.
rallies. That'd be really fun.
And I'm like, I'll continue my story after I take my turn with the sure thing.
Yeah.
And my turn takes a long time because I shank it a bunch of times.
Ping.
One time I hit it in front of me, like toward the screen, and it bounced back at me.
I'm picturing what?
I know. And the first time I did it, it was like I missed the ball completely. Like I just swung and it was like, where am I?
Yeah.
I'm like dizzy. I don't know where I am. And my friend that I was
Tasmanian devil.
with, literally, I'm like spinning. I'm still spinning. My friend that I was with was like, would you like pointers?
Good to ask. That's good.
He has a sister.
He has a sister and he's been in a long-term relationship.
Right. So he
he's a
knew
wise
not
enough
to just
boy
come up to
know,
me and be like,
would you like me to engage in this part of the
and
conversation?
then I felt,
or no?
and then I felt a flash of anger. And then I said, you know what? I should take pointers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a mature thing on my part.
Yeah.
I just let the anger flash. You could see it in my eyes when a man asked me if I wanted his advice. I just let the anger flash by.
Can I help you out?
And I said, actually, I could use some help.
Okay, well, let me tell you how to do it since I've been paying attention and I'm a man and I'm definitely better at it than you are.
See, this is why it's hard for me.
So, obviously I know more than you about the subject just because of the way I am as boy. I definitely know more than you, so let me take over in this moment.
Last night, a man told me that techno music was born in Detroit, and I already knew that. See why it's hard for me.
This is actually you switched stories in the middle of this song to a real story that happened to you.
But I'm just saying, like, it's all the same thing, which is like, I would like to be receptive to advice. I would like to be receptive to storytelling and learning new things. But when repeatedly men come out here telling me what to do and like they're smarter, then when someone is being nice and being like, hey, can I help you with Topgolf?
It makes it hard.
I feel a flash of anger and then I
Yes.
go, this is not a time to be angry.
Yeah, so this person is not out to get me.
Right. But the guy who was teaching me about techno music, he wanted me to suffocate and die.
Here, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question to help you
Yeah.
through this story. When you met this man, did you ask him, hey, can you teach me about techno music?
Did I say, hey, could you do a quick like historical rundown of where we get techno music?
Did you ask him that?
You know, it didn't come out. Those words did not
Okay.
leave my lips.
Did before he spoke to you about how it was born out of Detroit, did he ask you where you're from?
No, he didn't. In fact, he, as far as he's concerned, I have no touch points with Detroit whatsoever.
That's so interesting. And did he ask if you wanted to hear about what he does for work? Did he ask?
Not only did he not ask that, but he also didn't ask me one single question about myself at all.
Oh, that's so interesting. And when he described that he was a DJ, did he say anything about how he was well suited for it? Better than you? What did he do? What did he do? I'm trying to set you up, but like
He went ahead and told me that I used to DJ, and we've talked about this on the podcast. I
This is true.
DJ'd
Allie
at
used to
weddings
DJ,
and at
yes.
parties. And when I first moved to LA, I would DJ these like big parties, which was so fun.
come Mr. DJ, come on the replay. Come Mr. DJ, won't you turn the music up?
But I'm the kind of DJ that's out here being like, put your pinky ring up to the moon.
Moon.
And not,
What you trying to do?
So I'm clearly not respecting the actual art of DJing.
Is that a demographic-less song? Everybody loves that song.
Here's the
Put
thing.
your pinky thing up to the pinky thing up.
Put your pinky thing up to the moon. Put your pinky thing up to the moon.
That is gonna get us in trouble.
I'll go ahead and say
Put your
that
little dick up.
not that.
We're back.
After we
Where
cut
were
that
we?
horrible story.
Where were we?
We were
Before-
talking about men explaining DJs to me. So, my narrative about my DJing career, which was short lived, is that I wasn't interested enough in it to learn a whole lot about it, and so eventually I lost interest.
It was like
stopped.
side hustle.
Side hustle. I was having fun.
And you like being at events.
When I say something like that to some people men who feel an obsession with DJing, it feels like an invitation for them to tell me how much more they know than I do about the subject, which I just said I'm uninterested in.
Correct.
That was the crux of my story, is that I don't care about it. And they often launch into this like, well, I understand music. And so for me, it's a little bit easier to latch on to these whatever.
Yeah.
And it's happened many times.
Hey, this leads me to my speech in general. Hey, artists. Hey, creatives. Hey, people like that. We're not special.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm dead serious.
No, a lot of people listen to music, actually.
No, we're not. We're not fucking special. There's
And
this
have
like thing that's like
preferences.
we all have this special sauce that like other people just don't have this gift that we have. So I understand that like you don't get music, but that's what makes me an exceptional DJ. But I've heard that from not just DJs, not just
all
musicians,
kinds
but it's
of
like
artists.
actors. It's like people have this thing that they're like, because I have chosen to make this more than just a hobby,
Right.
which already I have beef with. I could go on a whole rant about that. Because I've chosen to make this thing, I must have more in me, more of a
Right.
gift in me, more sauce than the average Joe.
Right.
Which maybe. But I don't
could
think
be,
people are that
but it's
special.
pretty
I think
rare.
we gotta like chill out about it and just have more
I
respect
think-
to the non-creatives, which I hate that.
Yeah, and even if you are special, chill out. And I will say that I am special, but in a different way.
Sure. Also, I'll get off it. The most special people I've ever been around, the most superstar
don't
vibes
have
I've
to
ever
tell
been
you.
around, do not have to tell you.
Yeah.
Ever.
Can I say why I'm special?
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect setup for you to explain. The biggest superstars and the best, most important creatives in the world don't have to explain why they're special. Al, would you like to explain why you're special?
Well, you wouldn't know why I'm special because it's not an outward thing. But I do think I have magic powers. Mm-hmm. Not in a metaphorical sense, but in a literal sense where I'm doing actual magic.
Whoa.
I have an orchid that was gifted to me by a witch many years ago.
This is true.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, this is true.
Thank you.
This
This
is true.
orchid-
Do you need underscoring under this, or
Sure,
how can I help?
It was the year. Hold on.
My God! Oh my God! You have to let me get there. You have to let me get there. You have to let me get there. Is that too much?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
It was the year 2022.
Oh, you're singing. Oh, I thought you were storytelling. Got it. Sorry.
Oh, actually, no, I'll storytell.
Okay.
It was the year 2022. I was on my way to meet a hinge date at the coffee shop by my house, but I had an hour to kill. And I see a sign for a garage sale. And I, as you know, love looking through people's stuff, so I walked into the garage sale. And the only things at the garage sale were big paintings, books, and plants. And the girl running the garage sale was a similar age to me. And I walked up to her and I introduced myself, and she said, "I'm leaving the country, so I'm selling all my things." First of all, amazing. Then as I'm looking through her books, a big green beetle starts to circle our heads. And I say to her, these beetles always land on me. And she says, is that true? And I, audience, am not exaggerating or making up, that I put out my hand like so, and the beetle came and landed on my hand, the big shiny green beetle.
For the listener, what are you doing with your hand?
I'm holding my hand out kind of like a Disney princess would be catching like a bird on their hand. The green beetle landed on my hand and she said, do you want to come back and talk for a while? And I said, yes.
Wait, sorry, the green beetle said that to you?
No, sorry, the witch said that. The green beetle, I let go. So we went into her garage and she told me of all the things that she sees happening in my life. Quite a few things. And there were some really interesting things that she knew about me that she could not have known otherwise. And then she gifted me a flowerless orchid and sent me on my way. Now this orchid thank you so much for that underscoring.
That was kind of reading rainbow vibes.
This orchid sprouts flowers every 4 to 6 to 8 months. It's really random when it happens. I've kept this orchid alive for many years, even though it got attacked by mealybugs, which...
Mealybugs.
Do not Google them. They're so freaking nasty.
Hey, mealybugs, boo to you.
Hey.
Mealybugs, boo to you.
Hey, mealybugs?
Hey, this podcast hates mealybugs.
We're anti-mealybug. And you know
Anti-mealybug.
what? Hey, mealybugs, bug off.
Bug off. Oh, sorry, I was picking up a glass.
Got him.
Got him.
Anyway.
Hated it.
This orchid, every
hated
time it sprouts flowers, brings magic along with it. Something magical happening, something epic happening. And since some of the close people in my life know about this magic orchid, I let them claim a bud so that when the bud blossoms, they can be experiencing the magic of that flower. Now,
Can you give us some examples of things that have happened in the past?
I got an essay published when a flower when a flower bloomed. I got a job when a flower bloomed. Gabe got a job when a flower bloomed. There's been quite a few magical occurrences. One time, a guy that I liked and went on a couple of dates with came in my house and I said, this is my magic orchid. It's blooming right now. And he said, unprompted, maybe it brought me. And I was like, holy smokes. And then he ghosted me.
Dang. Dang.
That being said, there are 3 buds right now. Oh, I did the wrong number.
I helped you.
There are 3 buds right now.
I helped you.
Completely unclaimed.
For the listener, this huge setup for Allie to say there are 3 buds right now and put up 2 fingers like number 3, pick number 3, Milone. Pick number 3, Milone.
There are 3 buds right now, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
1 bud died and fell off.
And that's an opportunity we didn't need.
That's an opportunity we didn't need. But there are 3 buds right now. I guess I'll claim 1 for myself. I'm not totally sure what I want from it. But if you guys want the other 2 buds.
Okay, so how does the magic of the bud work? Do we claim?
We've done this before. I send a photo of the orchid in the group chat, and then you circle which one you want to be yours.
And we've been, in the past,
and
we've
then I
said,
just let you
this
know when
one's
it's
mine.
blossomed.
And then when it blossoms, we sort of attach it to a thing that has happened.
No, it brings magic.
Oh, sorry. It has brought that thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
talk to it and it stays alive.
I didn't mean to stemify the magic orchid. Okay, so there's 3.
Yeah, so there's 3 right now.
And you're willing to give them to us idiots?
I guess, yeah, because we're doing a podcast together. Rising tides and all.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So
fair enough.
I'll take a photo of it and then we can each claim a bud. Maybe we'll post it on our social, which buds are ours. And then I'll let you guys know when they blossom and you can let me know what it brought you. But alternatively, I just wanted to say I tried to cast a different spell the other night with my friend Andy and it maybe even backfired. Didn't work at all.
Dang.
So, but the orchid is proven by science and God that it is magic and it works. And the witch who gave it to me disappeared into thin air. I have no idea where she is.
Where did she say she was
cool.
moving?
I think it was like the Middle East or something.
Fire.
Yeah. To go do some artist residency somewhere. She was amazing.
Wow.
She sold me that painting of Mary Magdalene that's hanging on my wall of women in my apartment.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, totally.
There's something I'd like to bring up for Grant. Grant came to our house the other day, and as we've talked about on the pod, my wife and I are preparing for our first baby, our little baby coming soon. Coming soon to a theater near you.
No, coming soon to nowhere near you.
Why?
Don't come near this baby.
Why?
Can I have Zinc?
Yeah, who is Zinc?
My new alien friend.
Oh, for the listener, Grant dropped a squishmallow off into Allie's lap while she was telling her orchid story.
And now he wants it back.
And now he wishes for it back. He's a takesies backsies boy. Okay. Grant came to our house and we've been prepping baby room loosely. We got given a crib by a friend of a friend.
I didn't know that.
And we got given like a we got given a gift of a
For
crib
real.
by a friend of a friend, a high chair,
Okay.
a playpen, really interesting, fun stuff. Grant came in, saw the crib in the second bedroom, and as has happened to him before, Grant has declared that he is the least ready for the baby to come.
Yeah.
It is really stressing Grant out
I
that
don't
Lauren and I are about to have a
know.
baby. It's like so stressful to Grant because he's not old enough.
I don't know what you think is going to be expected of you regarding this child.
What's the panic? Describe to us the panic. Is it Uncle Grant is a scary phrase, or what's
Is it that
the
your
vibe?
relationship with Gabe will have to change now that he's a father?
I'll be really unpacking all of this today.
Yeah, we are. We need content.
I don't know. I think mostly I'm just trying to be funny, but there's always a hint of truth as to many jokes. You know?
Wow.
I think part of it is it proves that I'm getting older.
Oh, sure.
Right. The passage of time is quite an anxiety-inducing thing. I think you and I share that.
I think I really don't feel anxious about the passage of time. I think it's I don't know what it's about. I think life's getting too serious.
Oh.
You know what? We're really known for being too serious.
I think
Play me in, Gabe. Grant, why don't you
know.
sing about what you're worried about?
sometimes it makes me nervous
Oh.
that I won't be the most important thing in the family existence because it's all about me. And this little thing will take away all of the attention that I deserve.
Oh, there it is.
I have nothing else to say.
That's okay. I'll just say you don't have to worry about that, 'cause you were never the most important thing to begin with. You were never that. I don't think anyone in this room right now is the most important thing in the family. I think it's the fourth sibling who's not here.
Or one of the dogs.
Probably the dogs.
Probably the dogs.
Definitely the dogs. If we're talking about who our mom thinks about most, who our mom worries about and dreams about most, who our mom wants to feed the most, who our mom wants to cuddle with the most, who our mom wants to walk with the most and talk with the most and be with the most and hold hands the most. It's not us. It's the dogs.
But what
Be
I,
more specific than that.
It's even specifically one dog. His name is Gus.
yeah.
We'll put a photo of Gus right here for the viewer because you'll understand why our mom
He's really
likes
cute.
that.
What I was going to say is,
Oh.
Grant, you don't have to worry about not being important anymore. Because you're the only Grant we've got.
Oh, yeah.
You'll always be the Grant of the group.
That's
no matter
true.
who's introduced.
You'll always be the Grant. I'm sure my kid will not be interested in taking shots at Pete Davidson. I'm sure my kid will not bring up songs that we have to cut from the podcast. I'm sure my kid will not drive a Tesla or play golf as well as you. Although maybe we are sort of hoping that the kid will be an athlete.
We are hoping that.
I hear you. The crib. You have a word. Say the words.
No, I was just gonna say. I actually, now that I think about it, don't know. I don't know what is crazy about it. I think it's just crazy. I never thought I would be
It is crazy.
old enough
is
to
crazy.
like see my brother have a kid.
Agree.
Yeah, totally.
It is crazy.
That's mostly it.
Life
Well,
going
totally.
by is crazy. Like
Well-
everything, every stage is like, holy crap.
Well, because this phase of life doesn't change until kid. Do you know what I mean? That it signals
Yeah.
like
Even marriage is like, okay, we got an extra person, but
right,
we're
but we're all still
still
vibing in the same kind of way.
we're still this generation.
Right.
The introduction of the
introduction
kid
of
is
kid.
the new generation. Like they're the ones
Yeah.
after us.
Yeah.
And that's kind of crazy.
And it's sort of making it makes mom and dad grandparents now, which is different. Like that has kind of been. This is like a serious podcast. That has been like my big thing is like, mom and dad are grandparents now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're still young, but I'm like, oh wow. That to me has hit me more than even baby, just because baby's not here yet.
Totally.
I'm sure when baby hits me, it's gonna freak me the hell out.
Let's not do the baby.
Baby. What are you saying?
Baby. No,
Yeah.
just saying when baby.
You don't
when
like
the
baby as a phrase.
You don't like baby.
Yeah.
When the baby arrives. When this baby arrives, things will change.
When Gabe and Lauren's firstborn arrives.
I don't think nothing's going to change.
Oh my
We're
gosh,
gonna be the same.
wait a second.
We're going to be the same.
Wait, Gabe,
Actually, we are going to be the same because I don't like going out anyway. I
did
like
you
staying-
ever promise anything about your firstborn to anyone?
What do you mean?
Like Rumpelstiltskin?
Oh, yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Because that's going to,
Yeah.
that bill's going to come due.
Yeah. I did promise Kenny Ortega at a lunch once that my firstborn child would star in his next musical for Disney Channel.
Actually good for your kids.
Yeah, honestly.
That worked out
Honestly.
really well for quite a few people.
Yeah, at a lunch in the valley.
Yeah,
You
totally.
have to. That's how stars are made on Disney Channel.
Right. You promised them.
You promise
them to musical
to Kenny-
directors
to Kenny
prior
Ortega.
to specifically Kenny, prior to their birth. Some people, they're signing their kids up for kindergarten prior to being born. Gabe is meeting with Hollywood producers, being like,
hey,
please,
let's seal the deal.
I want my kid to be a Disney star.
the new Sabrina Carpenter. Didn't she come from? Wasn't she in
Yeah,
like
they all did.
Descendants or something? Is
They
that what it's
all
called?
did. That's where the stars are made.
That is where the stars are made and destroyed. Wow.
Back to what we did to Britney.
Back to what we did to Britney, and that guy was right. Chris,
We have to stop talking about
not
Britney
Chris
on
Colfer. That's the guy from Glee. I forget what his name is. We looked him up.
Yeah, well,
But he was raising money for his grandmother, remember?
I actually learned that person might be trans now.
Oh.
And I meant to do a correction on the pod.
Oh, go ahead. Correct.
Apologies for misgendering you,
Yeah. Oopsie.
person.
But they were right
Yeah,
about Brittany.
totally. And we're back to this. And
we're
that's
back
the
to
only
this.
thing we'll ever be back to.
Okay. What? Oh, we have to do the ranking of the brothers for this week.
Can I tell you something that happened to me last night that's kind of haunting me?
Of course. That's what the podcast is all about. Is what is
I
haunting
was
Allie?
At a party at a bar. It was a birthday. And I was standing there talking to a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about his career and I was talking about my career.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some people that are just easy to open up to / asterisk. I am an oversharer in every setting. And so
Interesting. Do you think the listeners of the podcast would have guessed?
that I'm an oversharer. I was being really honest with this guy about my life. in a serious way, not in a cute way. And he was asking questions. And as I was talking, I was like, this guy's a really good listener. He's a really good question asker. And he was
in like a flirty way or in like a...
So I couldn't tell.
Okay.
I was like, oh, he's really interested in what and how I'm thinking about my career. And he has really interesting insight in how I'm thinking about my career.
We were thinking vibes, maybe.
Well, no, because I'm like, I don't know that this is vibes, but I'm curious what he's asking these questions for.
Yeah.
And then we get to a point where he said, is it possible that you haven't really allowed yourself to dream? And I said, oh, no. Well, maybe. And then he says, well, listen, I got to jump. I got to go. But I'm a life coach. And if you'd like to
sign up for my masterclass,
do a session with me, I'd be down to do a session with
you. This motherfucker.
I got grassroots.
You got grassroots Tony Robbins.
Targeted.
You got absolute Tony Robbins.
It worked because he said, would you like to do a session? And I was like, and he said, first session's free.
He hit you with, is it possible you've not allowed yourself to dream?
And he might have been right.
And that's going to eat away. That's going to eat away because
And then he said, I gotta go.
Wow.
And I said, how come? Now, what the hell vibe am I giving off at the bar? Please. Tell me, don't tell me, actually.
I'm not interested in going down this path.
What vibe am I giving off at the bar that instead of some guy walking up to me and being like, hey, I think you're really cute. I'd like to go out sometime. Some guy walks up to me and says, is it possible you haven't let yourself dream? Do you want me to be your life coach?
That's unbelievable. You're giving the vibe of, I don't know, someone who
hasn't let themselves dream.
Damn, that is devastating, to be honest. Devastating.
Is it possible?
No, I know.
That I haven't dreamed a dream of days gone by.
Yeah, it was feeling a little too on the nose, Les Miserables.
But don't you think that that's sort of like, maybe this is a problem, and not to be serious yet again, but maybe this is a problem I have.
I love it.
Heavy pod.
Not
Not to be serious yet again, but I maybe have a problem with conflating someone's attention toward me and response to me as the vibe I'm giving off. But he walked away, and I said to myself, not, why is that man trying to pick up women at the bar as life coach ease, but more, why was I the one who was susceptible to that?
Oh, you made it about you.
I made
You're
it about
saying,
me. I made it about
you
me.
made it about
And my
about
therapist
you.
said I have to stop doing that.
Yeah. No, it's hard though because all of us are the only ones inside of ourselves.
Totally.
You know
and I've been with me for 30 years.
Yes, and everything that's happening to you is happening to
me.
you.
Yeah,
yes,
totally.
Your whole life. So it's hard to not separate that.
Oh, you guys.
Wow. And I just looked over and Grant is in another universe.
Yeah, he's checked out.
We were talking about
But I will say, as a conclusion, I think I am going to meet with him.
You think you are going to meet with him?
Yeah, the first session's free.
Okay, first session's free.
And he was getting somewhere with me.
But here's the thing.
I think if we ask ourselves, if I've ever dreamed a dream.
I think if we ask ourselves the question, have you allowed yourself to dream? I do think most of us would answer not fully.
Not fully.
Yeah.
Right. Because I'm taking into account the reality of the universe.
Or the it can't be unmarried from your current situation.
Right. And stipulations of my life.
Of course. I do think
because if I was really dreaming
before I say what I'm about to say and transition us to what I'm about to transition us to, I want you to know from me to you, I think you should continue to dream, and I believe in your dreams, and I believe in where you're headed, and I think you can think bigger than you're thinking. Now,
this is going to take a turn.
Can we do the ranking of the brothers?
I knew it. I knew he wouldn't just be complimenting me for no reason. Oh, it's time time to rank brothers. That had crazy energy. It's time to rank my brothers 1 to 2.
1 to 2?
First to second place. They'll each take one of those.
Only 2 slots available for
Only
the
2
ranking.
slots available for the ranking. I was considering the ranking of my brothers the other day. And
Do you speak Spanish?
you noticed.
Wow.
And I realized that my brother surprise gave me a gift on the Valentine's Day episode.
Yeah.
And I didn't acknowledge that gift in the ranking of the brothers. And what I really, not to get too power hungry, what I really want to do is encourage gift giving to be part of that. So
Wait.
this week, the number 1 brother is Grant. Gibbs for a gift he retroactively gave me, or not, he didn't give it retroactively. I'm granting this ranking retroactively for a gift he gave me 3 weeks ago.
I'm honored to receive this nomination.
Yeah.
Or I guess I won
You
it.
straight
Award.
up won.
I'm a little disappointed that bribes have to be included now.
Sure.
Now,
sure,
I
but
didn't
we
say
know.
bribes. I
But-
said gift giving.
Hey, let's be real about all the systems put in place in the world. All the awards put in place in
Very
the world.
true. Very true.
Bribery.
True.
All sorts of
I'm
things.
not doing anything that the damn Oscars are not doing.
Yeah. We're
Let me
not
tell
doing
you.
anything that the damn government
The damn American government
ain't doing.
ain't doing.
Uh-huh.
You guys, I think we should end the podcast soon and go out to lunch.
Where do we want to go?
I would have sushi. I would have barbecue, pulled pork, as aforementioned.
Uh-huh.
As aforementioned.
As aforementioned. Oh, now
you
it's
wanna-
sounding weird. As aforementioned. The aforementioned.
pulled pork.
The aforementioned pulled pork.
Do you want to talk at all about your experience at the PGAs?
Sure,
Because that was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, we can talk about the PGAs. I wrote a song for an award show. That was fun.
Yeah.
I got asked to write a little. The premise was a fake award given to an up and coming producer, but
You
it
can
turns out that
find-
she was a singer.
You can find a video of the whole thing online, and I watched the little documentary they made of
You
and
did? You
Bryce.
watched that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I watch everything. And
Here's an inside scoop.
everything on the internet I've
Yeah.
watched
Inside scoop for those that want to know
about the PGAs.
about the
People have been
about the
banging down
documentary.
the doors, being like, "Tell us more about how you wrote a song for the PGAs."
The documentary on the PGAs was pretend.
No, it was not. You were actually rehearsing.
It was pretend.
Not true. Don't do this.
Why it ruins the illusion?
Ruins the illusion. I thought it was cute, and I thought the girl who sang the song, Bryce Charles, is really talented.
She's great.
And also beautiful in the face.
She's also a homie from back when I was in my touring days.
And a friend.
Yeah. So it was cool to do that.
In both the performance of the song and in the little documentary that was created, she came out looking adorable as all heck. So
Cutie
shout
patootie.
out Bryce Charles, cutest patootie.
Grant sent me the beginning of the video, the other day, and he was like, bro, what are you doing at the beginning of this video? And I was
what is
like,
he doing?
It's like me like mouth talking how the song goes, like doom ba boom 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 ba ba boom ba
Oh, yeah.
boom ba boom. And Grant's like, you look goofy as hell. I said, yeah. Yeah, literally that's how the video starts. Yeah. It's me like scatting.
One of life's greatest joys about you having the type of career where you're being videoed in various ways, whether you video yourself or whether somebody else videos it, is we have so much incriminating footage of you that if you watch the first time, you go like this, oh, okay. And then you watch it again with the question in mind, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
What is Gabe doing?
Yeah.
And then you look dumb.
And then I look stupid.
And then it recolors the whole thing and you look stupid
And
for
you're
real.
like, this boy dumb for real. This boy literally stupid. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway, well, good job at writing a song for the PGAs.
Thank you. It was really fun.
I was
proud.
accomplishment.
I was proud of me because it was like a song that didn't exist and then it existed.
Totally.
You know about writing?
Totally.
It doesn't exist and then you have to make it exist.
And anyone who makes something exist, good on you.
Yeah. And it was really fun. And my friend Bryce, who sang the song, finished the song and came backstage. And Zoe Saldana was back there. And they stood together. And she was like, girl, you were great. And Bryce was like, girl, I think you're great. I took a little video. Oh. It was so cute. I was so happy for Bryce that she got that. What's his name? Hot Irish guy. Colin Farrell. No, Farrell.
I'm not going to be able to answer this question.
Colin Farrell walked by and was like, great job. No, that was Scottish. That was Scottish. Hold on.
Do Irish then.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me get Irish.
Do Irish then.
Hold on.
Do Irish.
I've just been watching too much Traitors. I've been watching too much Traitors. All I can do is Traitors, which is fully Scottish. It's all I can do is Traitors.
Just say magically.
Just take your time. Yeah.
Just say magically.
I can't.
Me lucky charms.
Me lucky.
Me lucky charms.
You did a great job there. Oh yeah, there it is. Found it. I really found it.
Yeah.
He walked past and he said,
he really found it. He's stuck like that. Actually.
Yeah, I really found it, and I've never gonna.
Okay,
we're gonna finish the episode this week.
Why don't you finish the
episode? We're gonna go ahead and finish this. But this guy who walked by and he pointed at Bryce and he said, "You did a great job," and she said. I can't leave the accent or I'll never find it again.
Right.
But she said, thank you so much. And that was the coolest part because I was there working, like doing the thing, trying to make sure it all went smooth. But then Bryce got to like have like two people that she thinks are really cool.
Nothing's more fun than
there.
watching your friends be successful.
Dude, when the homies get a win.
With that,
when the homies get a win there.
And with that, if you want to watch your friend Gabe be successful, March 16th, go buy a ticket. There's a live taping of his special in Los Angeles. Go watch him be successful in that moment. And if you don't go, he won't be successful. That'll be on your conscience.
Would love to have you all there. Would be a real delight. Twould be a real delight to have you all there.
There's no way
at the special taping.
There's no way Irish people say twid. Thank you, everybody.
Would be a delight.
That's another episode of Mom Said. See you next time.
Okay,
Bye.
thanks everyone. Bye.
Stop. No, stop. Seriously. We're going to cut it before this.
Whoa, thank you for listening.
No, this is a bad way to end.
Us. Whoa.
You have to stop.
Yeah. We gotta go.